Alright, so hi everyone again, thank you all for joining today's stream. As you know, this is my new format. I play some games and I try to multitask, review the latest films I watched. Today we have got The Marvels, directed by Nia DaCosta, latest Marvel Cinematic Universe blockbuster. We have got semi-independent horror film directed by Eli Roth, Thanksgiving, and at the end we have historical biopic of Napoleon Bonaparte directed by the one and the only one, Sir Ridley Scott. Alright, so we start with the Marvels. It is latest Marvel film from the Phase 5. Honestly, as if you are particularly a fan of the Marvel, since the Endgame, overall standards of the Marvel film has decreased. It doesn't feel the same as before. Maybe they increased the bar that much after the Endgame that we cannot get the same feelings. But it is, again, what it is, as Italian people say. Latest film starring Miss Marvel, 3 Miss Marvels, actually 1 Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers, played by Brie Larson. Kamala Khan, played by Iman Vellani, first Muslim superhero in the history of the comics industry. And her big screen debut after the TV series called Miss Marvel, which streamed on Disney Plus. And the third main character is Monica Rambeau. So she's the Miss Captain Marvel's friend's daughter. I don't remember her mother's name. But she was vastly introduced in the series called Wanda and Vision. 3 Marvels, this is their adventure. Script is extremely simple. There is nothing particular about the script, so this is very standard comics film. I would say even latest DC films ideas were much better than this one. This is very simple, nothing particular is happening. There are some couple of good connections to the first Captain Marvel film, which was out in 2018, I guess. But besides that, it is pretty much the standard comic book formula. The good thing is we have 3 women heroes. They are well balanced, main characters sharing screen on equal basis. Villain is very weak, villain is very uninteresting, which is not a trademark for Marvel films. Pacing is bad, so you can really get bored halfway through. Nothing is really happening. Nick Fury character, again, lowered down as a sidekick. He doesn't do anything significant. I don't like the fact that Marvel is playing with the characterization of Nick Fury so frequently that you cannot even feel him anymore. He was one of the most iconic characters, but right now he's becoming a clown. He was a clown during the first Captain Marvel as well. I don't like it. Let's move to the technical side of film. So it is directed by a woman director, Nia DaCosta. She made soft reboot of The Candyman 2 years ago. That was a nice film. That was a low-budget horror, psychological horror, but that was a really nice film. I liked it. Salam Pervez. But the issue with her, with so many other latest Marvel filmmakers, I like the fact that Marvel's trusting their projects to less experienced directors. They give them opportunities to work, to evolve. This is a good thing. But on the other side, they are not really very good fits for 200 million films. Lately, I feel that they are not matching the criteria, standard of the Marvel, because when you watch the Miss Marvel, a lot of scenes are very, very broad close-up, full shots. It looks like a TV production because directors who are making it never worked with this amount of money, and I think they still have habit of the low mid-low production techniques, and that's very visible in Miss Marvel. It is edited in a quite okay to bad level, nothing particular. Cinematography is awful. Visual effects are not really good. There is nothing artistic about the place shifting, space shifting stuff. Only thing I can say that they made well, they made okay, but still not what you would expect from Marvel. So my overall impression that obviously people are not going to watch Marvel films if they keep this trend. Considering that Marvels are bankrupt, they will lose around 200 millions. So this project is very, very big misstep. Time to end Marvel maybe, or time to decrease the Marvel big budget screens and focus on TV series. Decrease the amount of the films, more TV, more Disney Plus, better connection between shared universe films, products, and eventually bring up something like Avengers, Spider-Man, Multiverse Adventures, and so on, so that people pay for it, you don't lose money, and everyone is happy. Because Ant-Man was okay, Doctor Strange was okay, but none of latest films were really good. I haven't watched Guardians of Galaxy 3 yet. Thor was awful. Honestly, it was beyond limit bad. Black Widow was bad. So overall, it is not a good film. Out of 10, I would give maximum 5 for the sense of slight humor, some space shifting effects, and overall Marvel nostalgia to the film, and for the fact that characters are very well balanced. 5 out of the 10, and we move to the next film. Next film is Thanksgiving. Among these three we're gonna have a look today. Thanksgiving is my favorite. So who is Bechtefe? So Thanksgiving is a slasher horror made by Eli Roth. So Eli Roth is a filmmaker. He made Postal, he made Green Inferno, and many other films like Knock Knock. He's a director of the upcoming Borderlands. And he's also an actor who plays Antonio Margaretti in Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. The history of the Thanksgiving is quite unique because, as you know, in next time Perviz, I will have dedicated stream in Azerbaijani. Danışacağım, narahat olma. So, roots of Thanksgiving starts with the film project called Grindhouse, which was released in 2007, if I'm not mistaken. So Grindhouse was a B-movie style, let's say, experimental project directed by Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. As you remember, they made Planet Terror and Death Proof back then. Grindhouse is cheap, low-quality cinemas, which were quite popular between 60s to 80s, particularly in US. They have a particular grind, particular grain over the film, and that's why they are called Grindhouse. So during that project, there were 6, if I'm not mistaken, fake trailers made by different filmmakers. One of them was Machete, which was later adapted into the film by Rodriguez himself. One of them was Lobo with a Shotgun, which was also later adapted. And one of them, which was made fakely almost 17 years ago, was Thanksgiving. And after many years, they still pursued the dream and they made this film. For this film, Eli Roth even stepped down from the directing duties of the Borderlands, which is video game adaptation starring Kevin Hart, Cate Blanchett, and others, and started to work on the Thanksgiving. It is a very well written film. It's a very interesting film, and particularly if you are a fan of the detectives, if you are a fan of the Slasher horrors? Okay, Beştepe is a person actually. Okay, so if you are a fan of the detectives, thrillers, slasher horrors, this is a very good film for you guys. You should go for it. It has got vibes of Halloween, where it meets with Scream, smartness and wittiness of the Scream, and some really bloody scenes of the Halloween. So this is a film about a town where there is a big issue during the Thanksgiving Black Friday sale. So people get upset. They are waiting on the line in front of the mall, which yet to be opened in a couple of minutes. So mall's owner's daughter brings her friends to buy some things on the sale. These are the students from the college. They start to tout people outside, so people get angry. They get in, and mall becomes a massacre. A couple of people dies, so they close the process. They close the mall for that year, and 1 year later, the owner of the mall again wants to go for a sale. He does a lot of charities and stuff like this. But strangely, people who were involved in the first incident start to be killed in a very interesting manner. So there is a killer. We don't see his face. He has got mask similar to Guy Fawkes' mask from V for Vendetta. And he kills people in a very brutal way. This is very interesting, very original killing methods. So I'm not gonna stress on that one a lot, but this is good. You should go for it. Let's go to the script side. Very simple script, but very, let's say, established, very well working formula. Nothing particular about the script. Ending could be slightly better because the moment of twist is really something expected, and the explanation about it could be better for sure. I'm not going to give spoilers, but later on I will comment on it on my YouTube channel. Direction is very good. Very simple, a very mid-budgeted film with style, with taste, good cinematography, good performances. Editing is very good. Sound is very intriguing. Again, very simple but good, particularly considering that this is a horror film. It worked quite aesthetically good. I never liked works of Eli Roth as a director, although he made a couple of nice shots in Knock Knock film starring Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas, but overall that film was not really good either. Grim Inferno was made on a very poorly level. Future of the Warriors. Okay, we will talk about the Future of Warriors. Let me finish this one. So, it was made on a very poor level, Green Inferno by Eli Roth. But this one is probably his best work to the date. It's good, it's intriguing, acting is good, runtime is perfect, suspense is good. So if I give point to this one, and I think this film has a potential to become a franchise. At least Thanksgiving can have one sequel. There is a potential, even though hopefully it's not going to become next Scream. But with Hollywood, everything is possible. So taking into account all the factors and the season I watched film, I will give it solid 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Highly recommended, guys. Alright, so we are 12 people, excellent result, and we move to next film, which is Napoleon, made by great Ridley Scott. Napoleon, together with Oppenheimer, probably the most anticipated two biopics of the year. I have got a friend here in London. He rarely goes to cinema, but he went to see Oppenheimer, and together we went to see Napoleon with him. But luckily, I didn't let him buy tickets for IMAX, so he spent less money on this one because Simply put, Napoleon is awful, guys. Napoleon is one of the worst films of the year, considering its scope, considering its budget, considering its historical importance. This is a very, very bad film. I'm not an expert of Napoleon history, but I know history quite well in general. So historically, I would like to see more of like emperor side of the Napoleon, not a lover side, not a coward lover side, who is constantly being insulted by his wife, Josephine. Also, both Napoleon and Josephine are very well depicted, respectively, by great Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker himself, and Vanessa Kirby. Characterization is very bad. So, film totally downgrades the importance of the Napoleon in Europe as a ruler, as an emperor. It makes him quite disgusting character. He has no manners. You don't like Napoleon throughout the films. You don't feel for Napoleon. Center of the film should be Napoleon, his greatness, but you don't see it at all. I don't know why it's described in this way. I think that's not a good choice at all. And particularly, instead of historical events, focusing on the sex life of historical person, for me, is quite unnecessary. So, film doesn't give me any vibe with all historical errors and so on. I didn't like that part of the film. Secondly, if we go to technical side of the film, Apple spent more than 200 millions on this film with marketing and stuff like this. Probably it costed them around 300 millions. Technically, you don't see it when you watch the film. It is not good. Okay, Toto, I will talk about Table Adventures. Who is Isabella? Okay, so many people, so many comments. I'm gonna respond to all of you guys. Let me just finish with Napoleon. Technically, it's not good. It doesn't look expensive. It doesn't look, let's say, aesthetic. And considering the fact that it has been made by one of the most great directors ever behind the camera, Ridley Scott, the guy who made Gladiator, the guy who made First Alien, the guy who made Black Hawk Down, American Gangster, and many, many other films. This film was major step back for me in Ridley Scott's career. Honestly, his latest films, wish to have better ones. The Last Will was fine, but he made film about Gucci family, also another unnecessary film. Prior to that, he made Martian. You are fucking Ridley Scott. You are fucking Sir Ridley Scott, and you are making a film based on very stupid bestseller, which is written for idiots. Prior to that, he made All the Money in the World. That film was fine, about the Getty family. He also made Prometheus, sequel, Alien Covenant. That one was not bad, but overall, last 10 films are quite mixed in terms of the quality, timing, and so on, and this one is no exception. I think this is one of the better films of the Ridley Scott. Directed without a taste. There is an initial dialogue between Consul and Napoleon. It's like 10 cameras shooting 1 minute scene. Shots are edited in a very bad sequence. Your eyes get popped due to the anesthetic editing. Color is bad. Costumes are okay. I cannot say anything particular about that one. Performances are good, but come on. Why everyone has to speak in English except Russian guys? I don't understand it. All the nations speaking English, but as usual, strange propaganda, only Russian people sometimes speak in Russian, sometimes in English. Overall film has like almost no French actors, no French castings. There is only one native French guy playing in this film, and ironically he plays Alexander the First. For me, this one is also one of the misfortunes of the production. Ridley Scott says that he has got 4-hour long cut. Maybe that's where he spent all the money, because you don't see where the hell this money went. Cinematography, there is a huge potential to do good cinematography when you make film like Napoleon, but here that one is not utilized. Cinematography is cheap. Again, similar to Nia Da Costa from the Marvels, a lot of unnecessary close-ups, but you are Ridley Scott. You have made almost 40 films. How the hell you are making these mistakes? Maybe it is time for Ridley Scott to retire, I'm not sure, but that one was bad. Okay, visual effects. Visual effects were not bad, honestly. But again, considering the budget, I don't know where is this money. But fight scenes, they were good. They were epic in a style, they were not bad. Fight on the ice, that was not bad. Again, this should not be the strong side of this film, because this is biopic, this is not Lord of the Rings. That fight scenes doesn't leave you with a lot, because you are here for the story, you are here to get to know the Napoleon, but I think this is not what we needed, this is not what we expected. CGI, I don't think that it was fully CGI, but as per the research I did and overall film, let's say, reviews, there are a lot of CGIs, there are a lot of parts did via use of Unreal Engine, and that result was not bad actually, that was okay. So sex scene, there is one guy who keeps mentioning it, so there is very, very nasty scene where Napoleon starts to move toward his wife, Josephine. He goes under the table, grabs her under the table, and all the people, all the housekeeper, placemakers, servants are watching it. I mean, why it's necessary to show it? You have so much material to demonstrate about the Napoleon, but you are picking like very, very unnecessary things. So my impressions are very mixed. I was expecting something good. I was expecting something on the level of Gladiator, or maybe Last Duel, one of the better later films of the Ridley Scott. But what I get was more like of the something in the mood of the Alexander the Great with Colin Farrell and Angelina Jolie. That's not what we expected, that's not what we deserved, because film is 2.5 hours long. Even though there is a director's cut, we don't care, we want to see a good product. Also, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, reviews are quite mixed and they are mostly negative. So taking into account all these aspects, also Karvitz is right, there were no soundtracks, there is no historical epic tracks or whatsoever. So taking into account everything, and particularly demonstrating Napoleon as a clown, as a very low character, and using one of the best actors ever, Joaquin Phoenix, to play the Napoleon on this level, I don't know. I wish they didn't do that, but they did. This is Ridley Scott. The guy is getting crazy, he's making a sequel to Gladiator right now, and I can say that it's not going to be good either, because my expectations are low. Gladiator is unnecessary sequel. Vanessa Kirby was the best part of the film, I agree. She played the character very good. She's overall very talented actress, starting from Crown to Fast and Furious, wherever she is, even in Mission Impossible. She lives into the character, but again, she's not the point of the film. So my final score for Napoleon, considering all the effort, considering my still semi-existing respect to Ridley Scott, I would give 6 out of 10 to Napoleon, but if we be fair, it's even below the 6. Alright guys, so this is pretty much it. This is the second time we are using this format. I hope you enjoyed. There is a good attendance today. I liked it. If you have any questions, we're gonna stay online for 2-3 minutes. If I missed anything, please bring on. I'm gonna upload this video to YouTube as well. Please subscribe here. Please subscribe on YouTube. I need your support. I know I'm quite old for all this Twitch thing, but I had to do it in time. I didn't do it 10 years ago. Now I'm trying to become a social media man slowly, and I think I'm starting to enjoy it. Check what's up. Okay, I'll check the WhatsApp. Anything else? There was a comment from Warriors. I didn't read that one. Is your leaders of all time? Okay, SafeWash. No, SafeWash. Napoleon is not on the list of my all-time leaders. He never was. And particularly after this film, he will not be there for sure. I like Darth Vader more than Napoleon. There was something about Warriors. Is that they are going to be good or no, basketball related. I'm not gonna stress on that one a lot, but no, they will not be good. Warriors dynasty is dead. Anything else, guys? Certain people. We are playing Bosk. Certain people is amazing. Hopefully after this stream, I'm gonna become an affiliate, and that's a very huge result for me. So when you become the affiliate, you get more and more, let's say, credit for your work. Your work is getting more acknowledgement. I'm happy to become the affiliate, and this is the only just first step on my, let's say, strange but interesting journey on Twitch. Applied for visa? Yes, I did. We are online for 40 minutes, guys. I'm gonna finish the game and then wrap the stream for today. Thank you very much. Particularly P. Hajiev, you have been excellent. SafeWash, as always, my favorite follower. Other people, Toto was good. Also, he is stressing out the scene under the table. And the rest of the people who joined us. Mavari, I don't know who is this, but I checked WhatsApp, so I guess I know who you are. And that's it. Alright? Thank you very much. Please comment on the quality of the review. I don't want to keep them so technical. And please comment on overall experience, whether should I continue it or not. That's it for today, guys. I'm gonna post on chat. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening. Talk to you later.